We're just a little bit on the edge of our seats for our next guest because they're one of the most in-demand comics on the planet. Bianca Del Rio has been selling out shows across multiple continents thanks to a super quick wit and ability to call it how it is.
I am so excited to see the cast of Cocoon is here. You look fabulous. Miss, I'm over here. Bring both eyes. I'm right here.
Well, she may have made a name for herself on reality television. The past 10 years has seen the drag queen dominating the stage and screen, and now Bianca's back and letting loose for Australian audiences. Hello, Bianca Del Rio.
Hello.
Nice to see you. Always a little unnerving for us having a insult comic here in the studio.
Well, it's always a treat to see the two of you. I mean, I show up here, every 2 or 3 years, kind of like monkeypox, and I get in town, and you guys always been welcoming. But, you know, I have people now, whenever I see people, they're always saying, read me, insult me, say something bad. I'm like, well, it has to be in the right setting, you know? On stage is now where it works, but on occasion at a Starbucks, I might let something slip. You know? It happens. But I try to be cordial and respectful on an average basis.
Well, we are average, so that's
well, we are.
good.
Well, you know what I mean. You know, I don't want to scare you.
Is there a line, or is there one? Are you happy to cross it and deal with the repercussions later? Or?
I think, well, on stage, yes. I think that nothing is untouchable. I think you've got to find the humor in everything. Yeah. I mean, I'm the biggest joke there is. So I think it's important to find the humor. And then I think after the fact, you can sit back and say, maybe shouldn't have said that. But, you know, I use this analogy, which is kind of crazy, is that you take someone like Celine Dion, and she's on sings and sings and sings, and a wonderful artist, and then she'll make an album, and we don't like every song, you know, and you go, not my favorite song. But that doesn't mean she's not a singer. So the thing is, as a comedian, sometimes you go, shouldn't have said that. But it's still part of the job. You got to have some bad ones to make the good ones really shine.
I love that analogy.
Don't you?
Yeah.
I was really expecting a Celine Dion joke at the end.
No. We don't joke about Celine. We do not.
I'm so sorry.
No.
I feel like I crossed a line.
Not Cher, not Celine.
Not Celine.
Have you ever...
Or Dolly.
Oh, yeah,
Dolly.
or Dolly.
No.
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't you diss Dolly.
No.
Have you ever done a celeb joke and someone's been in contact with you and said that they're upset by that?
No, because usually, I have to say, they have a sense of humor about themselves. And when I did Drag Race with RuPaul, well, RuPaul did Drag Race with me, but we were on the show together. I do reference the show a lot, or also Michelle Visage, who was a judge on the show as well. But, I mean, they are people who have a sense of humor. Now, to the general public, and I don't mean that in a condescending way, but everyone goes, oh, Bianca said that about RuPaul. I'm like, biggest laugh you can get is from someone like RuPaul, you know? So I appreciate that. And if you're a real celebrity, you really don't care about me.
They're talking, at least they're talking about
exactly.
you, right? A lot of comedians these days do crowd work. Do you like sort of bringing the crowd in for...
You have no idea. They give you the best material. They give you the best material. And before every show, I do a meet and greet, which is usually 100 to 150 people. So I find out then all the dirt. You know, I find out who's the drunk, who's in the miserable relationship, who left the kids at home, and all of that then gets worked into the show, and then I use it against them. So I'm kind and sincere in the beginning, and then I turn on them, you know?
When you do your meet and greet, when people meet, and I saw you before the show, it's a lot, right? I walked out of the door and there, it's
a lot to look at,
So what are people, what's the response when people are actually standing in front of you?
Most of them are shocked that I'm not a hologram. The other thing is they're looking for facial hair, and they're just kind of amazed. It's like going to Disney World, you know, and seeing a character, but I think that's part of the job, you know, and we live in a world now with social media where you're looking at all of these photos of people, and then you see them in person and you're kind of disappointed and you go, she doesn't look like that.
Oh,
you know it. But this is kind of the same thing. I'm a walking clown. I can get away with it.
It's amazing. Hey, so you're on tour.
Yes.
I'm guessing that you don't travel with carry-on luggage.
Well, I must tell you, I had an incident recently that now I have to travel with a caftan because I was in Halifax, Canada, and my luggage didn't arrive. So my makeup arrived, separate suitcase. Well, it's a whole suitcase, long story. Nonetheless, the bags did not arrive with my clothes. And here I was outside of the airport about an hour and a half away. And the deal was, I said, let me just put my face on because you know what? You'll get through it. And then they said, your bags are on the way. The bags did not arrive. So I did it in face, in a onesie and a hat, and did the show.
Oh, wow.
Exactly. I had 1,000 people in a remodeled high school waiting to see me. I had to do my job. I had to do my job. You know, you can't cancel at that point.
No.
You know?
It's fabulous.
Now, a lot of your fans discovered you on reality TV, of course. One of our favourite guests, our mutual friend, Courtney Act.
Yeah.
Huge success, Dancing with the Stars, Big Brother here. Would you ever go down that path?
I would love to, but when she did Big Brother and won, and I was like amazed by the whole thing, I'm like, I can't go now. You know, I mean, Courtney's amazing. Courtney is talented. Courtney is beautiful. And I'm like, I can't show her up. Not to mention, I just thought she did it so well that I thought I couldn't compete with that.
Do you dance?
No.
Oh, you do. Oh,
No,
yeah.
I don't think I could do that. No, I dance with my eyes. I dance with my face. You know, I'd be voted off first, and that would be horrible. That'd be horrible.
I've got it. Just before we go, I've got a new joke for your show.
Oh, please tell me.
Celine Dion and Dolly Parton walk into a bar. No, I'm not going to tell you.
Oh,
I
come
can see
on
you're going to be
now.
offended. No, that's it. I'm so lovely to see you.
No,
you
that,
really
I mean,
light us up here. Thank you.
The idea of Celine Dion and Dolly Parton and Cher is the bartender. We'll talk. We'll make a joke. We'll make a joke.
There are a handful of tickets left to Bianca Del Rio's Dead Inside National Tour. I will put all the info over on themorningshow.com.au. Great to see you.